Welcome back, everybody. We are going to talk about the pounds formula using the unit conversion method. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is, I did a video last week on how we cancel units out. It's called the unit conversion method. I'll link to it at the end of this video. You can just click on it on your screen and head on over there. It's way more basic than this. But in essence, this is the mechanics of how the Davidson pi works and why we can use it as a shortcut. There are a lot of people out there. There's a few colleagues I know personally, and in my study guide actually right now for my grade 5. Boy, do they hate the Davidson pi. I think their criticism is valid. It revolves around not actually understanding the fundamentals of how the units cancel out, and it trips you up on higher level math. Okay, when you get to the grades, California grades 3 through 5 and equivalent, so a level 4 or grade 4 class A, and you don't know actually how the units work. A lot of what math we do is just unit conversion when it comes down to it, and you're stuck because when you're doing a wasting rate or an F to M ratio, you need to be able to turn this thing kind of upside down and rework it. And people don't know how to do that because this is where they're first taught. And so the criticism is valid that, just think about school. When you were in school, they taught you the long way. The teachers taught you the long way and then the shortcut. That's not what we do. We teach the shortcut and then don't explain it totally. So their point is valid. Where I disagree with them is because that's, an industry flaw and a pitfall that we should correct, that now it's inherently bad and nobody should use it ever. I disagree with that. I think, I try to shy away from telling people how they should do things. Let me tell you something. If this works better for you, use it. If this works better for you, use it. I don't care. I'm just going to show you how it works. I have it does not affect me at all how you do your math. And I don't know why people are so freaking worked up about how you do your math. But anyway, that clearly struck a chord because I just really, I try to make a point not to tell people how to do things. Just show them how I do it. So I say, which is better? Neither's better. It's math. Just so long as you get the right answer every time, 100% of the time, that's what's important. And it works for you in your brain. If this works better for your brain, use that. If this works better for your brain, use that. Okay, off the soapbox. Let me show you how it works. I'm given 200,000 gallons a day in flow and 2 milligrams per liter chlorine. We're going to dose how many pounds per day of chlorine am I using? So you can see I've already written it out down here, 0.2 mgd, 8.34 pounds per gallon, 2 milligrams per liter. And in the links below, I'll link to the pounds formula so you can see what I'm even talking about. If you've not seen this yet, you're probably like, what the heck is this guy talking about? Check it out. It's in the links below, but the conversion factor method will be linked at the end of the video. So I've got 200,000 gallons per day. I've written it as a fraction, gallons per day, 8.34 pounds per gallon, and 2 milligrams per liter. So let's start canceling what units out we can. Gallon goes away, and I think that's it. Okay. So what's important about this to know is that this kind of automatically happens in this formula here. We need to know what the weight of a liter of water is, because the liter is kind of the linchpin here. And the weight of 1 liter of water is 1 million milligrams. Hey, look at that. Now some of you are kind of seeing how it shapes up. Hopefully some folks just had an aha moment. Liter goes away, milligram goes away, milligram goes away, and now we are left with pounds per day. So what you would do, you could do 200,000 divided by a million, and then times 8.34 times 2, that's what this is right here. You could do 200,000 times 8.34 times 2 divided by a million. However you do it in your calculator, it should spit out 3.3 or 3.34, depending on how you're rounding MGD. Okay? Now, some of you might be going, yeah, that's all well and good, but what if I get a figure of 300 million gallons a day? What do I do then? Because, what happens with this conversion? Simply put, let me just change this real quick. Change that to mg. That's how you would do it. 1 million so if this is 300 million gallons, mg, this is 1 million milligrams. You would just change that to m. M goes away. M goes away. Gallons have already been canceled out, and milligrams go away. There you go. Same thing. Same exact thing. You're just presenting differently. That is mechanically how this works. But if you're doing mg, what's funny about this, if you're doing mg, this is a worthless thing to write, in my opinion. You may need it, but I know this happens already. I'm multiplying by 1 and I'm dividing by 1. That's why MG is so important. That's why we do that, okay? If that's confusing, please put in the comments below. But that is how you do the pounds formula without the Davidson pi, okay? If you have any questions about this, please ask. If you have anything to add, if you have a different method, hey, these may not be the only 2 ways to do it. There's so many ways to do it. That's why I get so vehement about telling people how they should do things. So long as it works, that's what's important. Okay, I've beat the drum enough. I hope this helped people. Questions, comment, anything to add, comment, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.